Hey, all, Andreas here. So I was gonna share something today. I was gonna release it. However, I'm running into some technical complications. So I'm gonna share with you what I built, and well, it's what I spent the last 2 days working on. So let's get into it. So I was working on a template to create monsters or characters, like a sort of an access database, so where you can create a bunch of creatures. Here we have a acolyte. That's all statted out, auto calculations, drop downs from melee attacks, spell casting, legendary actions, and then I'd be able to save those changes. It would export that to a output table. Hold on a second, it's not quite done yet. It would export that to an output table, and then if I wanted to, I could even just click on another creature and it would just load up all the stats from that. And so I could work on and add and create a whole bunch of creatures, which when I'm done, whoops, did I just click again? And which when I'm done, then I would be able to hop, yeah, I just clicked on an empty cell. So it just pulled up emptiness. And so with this output table, I was hoping I was going to be able to create a data merge template so that people can just create a bunch of beasts, go into InDesign. This, I know it looks super messy, but how it works is that I've mapped every field. There's a couple fixes I would have to do for this to be even more like work nicer. But essentially what you'd be able to do in InDesign is take that spreadsheet, or you would export the result into a CSV, and then you would take that spreadsheet, come into this document where everything's already linked, and then you'd be able to import it with the formatting being intact. There's a couple fixes I still need to do to make it work even more properly, such as such as having fields also hide when they're not being used, like these periods. I would have to hide those, and so there's just a few technical formatting things I would need to do. So like these are, so because I have text in between them, it will load the text even though there's nothing. I'll have it not load the data field. So there's a couple cleanup bits that I can do on the back end. And yeah, so that was what I was hoping to release. And then, yeah, the data merge. But right now I'm having a lot of technical difficulties in getting that to work properly. Right now when I do it, it just loads forever. And I think it's because of the sheer size of the spreadsheet. Calculate with all the spells and all the other fields, I'm currently at 120 row or 120 columns, and I think it's just too much for InDesign to handle at this point. And even with the fixes that I would do, I would only add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more columns, which wouldn't be much, but unfortunately, I'm run into this technical wall where this create merge document, this data merge, is just taking way too much computing power, or it's not optimized to handle this many rows. So it was something I was going to hopefully release on the DMsGuild today. Fortunately, it looks like I'll have to shelve it until at least I find a better way to do data merge, unfortunately. But that's, yeah, this was the creature template that I was creating, that I was working on, and unfortunately I won't be able to release it because it's frankly unusable at this point, especially after I went through and created VBA code, almost 1,000 lines of VBA code just to make this database load system work. There might be a way I can make it work to Word, but again, that would just be more work in terms of figuring out how the export works and all that. But anyways, too bad it didn't work out. I really wished it did, especially since I spent the entirety of yesterday working on this, cleaning up the code and making it work and having all the lookup tables and stuff like that. But yeah, I still am working on the hobbies right now. I'm trying to clear up a few of my publication and Kickstarter obligations before I'm working on some extra side projects. So, but I will be working on that. Hopefully I can spend some time this afternoon and draft some stuff up and post it. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.